Hello everyone, it's Brett here, Lionheart84, and a slightly different video to my normal sort of videos, and this will only be useful to anyone who lives very locally to me, but I'm selling a handful of established fig trees off. Now what I'm sort of trying to do is just slightly reduce the number I've got, because I need to make space for I need to repot this winter. I'm going to have to repot some of my larger persimmons, and indeed my larger fig trees need to go into larger pots, and I'm basically not going to have room to stand them, and I might put a couple of persimmons in ground as well. So what I thought I would do is see if I could move on a few of the quite well established fig plants in pots. They're all ones that I've been growing on for 2 or 3 years, and they're all in reasonably large pots, and they're all sort of fruiting size, but really they need to go into large containers or go into the ground, and I haven't got room for either. So what I've done is basically selected some fig trees that I have not the same varieties, but I have very similar ones of, because I can't see any point having 3 or 4 near identical figs, and some of them are quite fairly rare and choice varieties. They're not the ones that you're going to buy at your local garden centre. You'd have to go and buy them off a specialist seller here. I think most of these came from Jurassic Park. Plants are small, sort of 6 to 8 inch tall plants, but most of these now are anything from sort of 2 to about 5 feet tall, and I've priced them according to size as well as variety. So I think they're reasonably fairly priced for the amount of time I've been growing them, and the fact they're in large pots. It all costs money at the end of the day. But what I'll try and do is run through them very quickly on this video and see if I can insert pictures of the plants in the video when I actually before I actually post it. Now they're advertised on Gumtree, so if you go to Gumtree and look them up, then obviously there will be other people selling other figs on there, so there'll be lots of other figs for you to see. But if you sort of look up these varieties, I'm presuming that my adverts will appear. So the first one I'm selling is a Pedro, which I think is a yellow skinned fruit with a sort of honey coloured flesh, and that one's going to be £35. It's one of the smaller ones that I've got, but it is a nice eating fig apparently, and that one did come from Jurassic Plants originally, as a small rooted cutting. So that's Pedro. The next one, which I'll see if I can put a picture in, is a yellow of Egas Egg, which is another yellow skinned fruit with a honey sort of coloured interior, and it's very similar to the yellow Adriatic I've got. So I figured I've got at least 2 or 3 fruits that are yellow skinned with honey flesh, so I thought I'd try and sell one or both of those two. Next one, which is a fair bit larger, which I originally bought from a seller in London who got them from Cyprus originally. I've got a Neapolitan Negra, and that's about 5 feet tall. Now that's a dark, smaller, dark-skinned fig with sort of a lovely sweet red flesh on it, and that's a considerably larger plant, which you'll see if I can manage to post a picture on here. The next one I've got is not a named variety. It's another Cypriot fig that I got from the same seller a few years ago, that produces huge dark sort of red or burgundy coloured fruits. He didn't know the name of the variety, but it has got sort of he had fruits that are the size of tennis balls, and I say they were gigantic, and they had a lovely sort of pink to red flesh inside them, and they were very sweet and juicy, but I just haven't got room for the plant. And the final one is a Nodacaram, which is again a fairly well-known variety, but not one that comes up very easily, and that's got like a dark brown skin with a sweet red flesh. So they're all nice plants, but I just don't have space for them. So if anybody in the London area is interested, then obviously have a look on my Gumtree, or you can obviously private message me Messenger or by email, or message me here on YouTube. Basically a collection only, that's the problem. You know, they're very heavy plants. Oh, ice cream van. They're heavy plants, so they're not suitable to send out, and also at the moment I'm not lifting heavy stuff up because of my operation. So you will have to unfortunately come and see one if you fancy it and collect it. Don't care how you pay me by cash or bank transfer, doesn't make any difference. But I don't know if I'll get any inquiries from putting them on YouTube, but I just thought I'd mention them in case they're any of interest. So as I said, I'll see if I can add pictures, insert them into this video, a couple of pictures of each plant. Some of them have got small fruits on them, but they won't make it to maturity this year unless of course you put them in like a warm greenhouse. There's a possibility then, but I see no reason why they wouldn't fruit next year if they went into ground or into large pots. So thanks for watching the video. Please give me a thumbs up. Obviously this one in particular would be a useful video to share with anybody you know who might be thinking of buying figs and was just going to go down to the local garden centre and buy a regular brown turkey or something that claims to be brown turkey. But if they want something a little bit more unusual, I've got a handful for sale and it'll help me out with my space. Just don't have room for everything at the end of the day. So please subscribe to my channel as well, and remember you've got to click on that bell if you want updates on new videos when they come out. Catch up with you all soon, and the sun's come out, which is glorious. See you in the next video. Brett out for now.